After Charis, my wife and I moved from Woodland Park in Colorado and traveled all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia. September up to December, God has kept us because I thought everything was going to fall into our laps, that I was going to be a big-time filmmaker. But you know what? God has big plans, and I believe that, if I follow after Him, He's going to prosper our way. There's a lot of film crews here, professionals, and you have to know someone. You have to be in the union. You have to go through all this, if you will, protocol and so on to be able to be in film and so on. So you know what? I believe that the Lord has called me to be a film creator. I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, I don't want to make another, Spider-Man movie or, Schindler's List movie or anything like that. I believe that you want me to tell people stories through the camera lens. I was saying, I love to put someone's documentary of their life, with Christ or before Christ and so on, or about their business, and or missionaries or students. So when we moved here, I got in with a couple of people at first, and I did, some work with them, but I saw it wasn't satisfying. I saw that it wasn't what God wanted me to do. I didn't want to just do something just to do it. I wanted to do what God wanted me to do. Cinema arts or media school was very, very good. I mean, I enjoyed it so much. I love Timothy and his heart and compassion for the students. We were his first class, and I felt it so rewarding to be able to meet him actually while we were on a missions trip in Nicaragua that year. So we were there waiting in line to purchase some drinks and so on. And so we started talking, and he said, oh yeah, I'm the media school coordinator. And I went, you are? And I said, I'm going to third year media from Dallas. And he said, wow, it's so cool. So we built a relationship there, and then he gave me an opportunity to ask me, would you like to be an intern? And I said, yes, I would love to be an intern. And sure enough, I was so blessed to be in that classroom, 7 o'clock in the morning, and there was times I get out 4 or 5 o'clock. I felt like I was on staff almost because I lived in that place, but it paid off. You have to apply yourself. You cannot just go over here and learn it and then just set it to the side. You can't learn the Word of God just putting the Bible on the side. Well, the same thing applies with the skills. I've been working with Prestige Helicopters since January of this year because of a miracle that happened. My wife and I were believing God. Lord, you didn't bring us here to fail. So from September up to December, we were believing God, and believe me, it was a faith walk because I was over there like at times, chomping on my nails and walking the floors at times, but I knew that wasn't God. So I said, Lord, whatever your will is, that's what I'm going to pursue, and not give in to fear, not give in to insecurity, not give in to any of the natural elements. So I said, Lord, okay, yeah, it's a faith journey, but you know what? Living by faith is something that, you have to have your heart into. You can't have just your mind in it. You have to have your heart totally in it. And so sure enough, it says, whatever you believe in your heart will come out of your mouth. So I started saying, Lord, I thank you that you prosper me. I'm a go-getter. I said, Lord, wherever you want me to work, I'll work. But it's going to pertain to what I learned in school. I don't want to go back into manufacturing mode because that's what I did all my life. I could tell you things about how to run a machine, a 5-axis machine, in a heartbeat. I can tell you every little thing about the machine by sound and how it reacts and so on. But I don't want to depend on what I learned throughout my whole life. I want to learn the things that God brought me to CBC for. After Charis, I'm still doing what I learned in Charis, and because it's not God's will for you to learn something in Charis and then just leave what you learned to do something else. People ask me, you mean you're doing something that you learned in media school? I said, I sure am. And I'm so excited about it. I'm spreading the news not only about what I learned by my actions, but also I get to share with people the gospel of grace. They taught us great, powerful things in Charis, and I said I took those to heart like it was treasure to me. And so with that said, I want to bring these same principles into other people's lives after they graduate second year. If they decide to go to media school and so on, I want to inspire students, or I want to inspire people to go to Charis because you can learn whatever God has placed in your heart. I want to be able to see if I can be a part of their lives to where I can train up or teach students prior to going, say, to the media track, and maybe teach them the basics. This is the way a tripod's set up. This is the way a MacBook computer runs. This is what type of equipment you need to buy. Think about investing in this. I have the equipment, I have the skills, and I have the know-how that the Lord's blessed me with, and I believe I would be an asset to Charis or in some other capacity. Thank you, Charis, for sowing into my life. Thank you, Andrew, and the whole staff, and the media school staff, Carrie Pickett, everyone that have sown into our lives, because it's not in vain. I am pursuing God, and this is my story after Charis.